For just a second about what makes up a British-style brass band, which is what we are. We have cornets instead of trumpets. Cornets are a little shorter, a little more mellow sounding, and blend together, have a better, more of a homogeneous kind of a sound. And this is what the cornet looks like, and we have a whole bunch of them here. And then on top of the cornets, we have what we call the E-flat soprano cornet. Wilbur plays that. That's this little guy. Well, the instrument. Then we have a flugelhorn over here. A legitimate member of the British-style brass band. In most groups in America, the flugelhorn is associated with jazz. But in the brass band, the British-style brass band, it's a regular member, whether we're playing classical music or pop or jazz or whatever we're playing. Then we have these alto horns, sometimes called tenor horns. They're in approximately the same voice range as the French horn, the instrument that curves around and plays out the back. The difference being that the French horn is in F, has rotary valves and plays out the back so that you don't have to listen to it. And then the tenor horns have piston valves and play up in the air because they sound so great. Then we have baritones, English-style baritones. That's these guys. In between, a little bit bigger than the tenor horns. They're in B-flat. Then we have the euphoniums. Same range as the baritones, but a huskier sound, very lyrical instrument. And we have the tenor trombones over here. The tenor trombones and the bass trombones are the only brass instruments in the band that are not conical. They don't open up quite so rapidly. They're cylindrical, so the sound is a little bit more piercing, a little more cutting through, has a little bit of a sizzle to it. On the bottom of the trombone section we have the bass trombone, a little more plumbing. And in the British-style brass band, the bass trombone has a pretty predominant role. It's not just the bottom of the trombone section, but at times it augments the tubas and it's the bottom of the entire band. And speaking of the tubas or basses, we have E-flats and B-flats. And behind them we have percussionists. You got a chance to see them featured on the trash cans, and they play just about every kind of percussion instrument that is known to man or woman. Stuart's in the audience and he's passing out yellow cards, and we're going to have a drawing in the second half and give out some prizes. It's a ploy to get your email address. So when Stuart comes around there, we'd really appreciate it if we could get some information from you, and then we'll let you know where we're going to be playing and what's going on with the Motor City Brass Band.